Hey, how's it going? So thought I'd do a sort of quick, like maybe 10-minute video just talking about Martyrs from 2008. This is the new release from Eureka. I managed to get it today, and I've never seen the film before. It's a French extreme movie from that sort of horror-like sort of subgenre, if you will. And yeah, I've just sat down and watched it, and I must say it was quite the experience. I've heard it's pretty harrowing, if you want to describe it as that. Before I do start, because I do want to talk a little bit about the film and then show sort of like the release, because it's a really lovely release, and I didn't pick a lot of Eureka up. Like, I don't get a lot of Eureka Entertainment stuff, but I have got quite a few in my collection, older titles they've released from the horror genre, but I don't get many of them. But it's a lovely set, and I'll give you a look when I've sort of spoken about the film a little bit. And it's like I've just got my beverage, so. But before I do start, I do want to clarify that this sort of review and me talking about the film will have spoilers, because I thought for Martyrs, I'm going to have to spoil it to actually cover some like notes and beats of the plot in the sort of review. So do bear in mind, if you haven't seen Martyrs, I'm going to spoil some things. And if you're watching it for the first time, as I did, it's worth not knowing anything, I would say. It's a more, I don't know, interesting and enthralling watch. So do bear that in mind. So if you have, if you haven't seen it and you don't want any spoilers, turn this review off now. So I'll give you like a sec to do that. So basically it tells this sort of, it starts off with in this orphanage. This girl's being interviewed, like this young girl called Anna. She's these people are very worried about her friend who has escaped. Obviously this horrible like situation, which does sort of unfold as things go on. It's basically these people who want to see what comes after death. So you have this kind of like organization. It's like these group of people. They're kind of like, this all unravels as the film goes on. So I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but basically they kidnap women in an attempt to make them martyrs and put them through various stages of traumatic abuse and torture in a sort of like bid to see if they, for them to see what comes after death. So one of the girls, I think she's called Lucy, escapes. She's actually a young girl. They seem to kidnap women and put them through this torture, but Lucy escapes, and her friend Anna at the orphanage is being interviewed. It jumps 15 years later to a family in their sort of like nice home. And Lucy, 15 years later, turns up at the door with a shotgun, blows holes in the mum and dad and the brother, even kills their young daughter. It's obviously that this couple had put her through some sort of like stages of abuse. It's not been quite revealed yet about the whole idea of being a martyr and going through this, being able to see what's after death. That comes a little bit later on. Lucy's really traumatized. Anna's with her and comes to the house after the slayings, after the family have been killed. They're staying there, and Lucy keeps seeing this sort of like hallucination of like a disfigured, like heavily like wounded woman who basically is kind of like a manifestation through a hallucination of a woman who she left when she was a child. When Lucy escaped as a child from the torture and of the kidnappers, she had to leave this woman. There was this woman who's basically had like this metal sort of, she was like chained up and stuff. And Lucy keeps seeing this woman all disfigured. And obviously it's a hallucination, because Lucy begins to do stuff like self-harm, like cutting her wrists and stuff. And she sees it as this disfigured woman basically doing it to her, but it's actually herself. It's like like a traumatic manifestation, hallucination, and very psychological in some aspects. And it goes from there. And then Lucy ends up killing herself, and obviously Anna's left. And then Anna finds this sort of like underground area in the house where obviously people are being captive. She sees all these strange pictures, really focusing on like victims of like abuse and trauma with their kind of, you know, really the pictures are photographs, should I say, are really focusing on their eyes. And she finds this a disfigured woman, an actual disfigured woman, not a hallucination, who's been down there for a long time. She's been completely, you know, she's nude, she's naked, she's been completely like abused and tortured, not sexually. I don't think it's all physical abuse, like beating people down and seeing if they can sort of like surpass the kind of human state and be in this kind of state of having the ability to see the other side, per se, if you will. And Anna takes her out. She's got this contraption around her, like this fixed metal plate that's actually been kind of like nailed into the top of her head and round the back. Anna removes this in what's quite a brutal scene, you know, she's actually sat in a bathtub, the disfigured woman, and Anna has to remove it and blood comes out and everything. It's really nasty. There is some pretty stuff in it. It's not for the faint of heart, you know, this film. And it goes from there, and then these people turn up, basically take Anna down to these chambers. It's obviously an organisation of people who deliberately do this abuse and torture to people, like I've sort of gone over, focusing on women. This Anna is chained up, and then she meets this woman who they refer to as Mademoiselle, who comes in and basically says, you know, tells her about what a martyr is and how human beings need to be put through like certain amounts of like abuse and traumatic torture to be able to achieve and this ability to basically become a like martyr somewhat. And Anna's then also held in captivity and really beaten, you know, to an inch of her life. And she's, you know, this guy keeps coming down there while she's chained up and punching her and like beating the hell out of her and stuff. They cut all her hair off and shave her. Things go from there. And then of course we get to sort of like near the ending where this surgeon, well, she, you know, after all the abuse Anna's been through, the traumatic experience, she basically has her skin removed, and this is the sort of breaking point that enables her to see the other side. And that's kind of like the main theme of the film. This group of people are basically kidnapping young women and trying to turn them into martyrs of some sort, and try and figure out what's on the other side. That's what I got from it. Like basically Anna is one of the they state at the end of the film when these people come to see her, you know, these people dressed smartly and stuff, these horrible people, and basically they say that Anna's the fourth person or female to be able to achieve this kind of martyrdom of being able to like see what's after death. And that's like kind of the main theme of the film. But all of this unravels as it goes along. You know, there's a few few flashbacks in there, should I say, not exactly two, there's more than that, but there's flashbacks, and there's obviously like the first half of the film focuses on Anna and Lucy at the house, where Lucy's just gone on a rampage with the and murdered that family. And it's kind of like a film of two halves, but it's really brutal stuff, you know, strong stuff. Like, I thought it was a very good film. I've not seen, you know, many French extreme films, to be fair. I've got a few in my collection, and I have seen a couple, but like, it's a sort of genre I've never really kind of dived into too much, but I do have some more. I have Frontiers and what was the other one? I think it's Inside, which I'm yet to watch. I do have those in my collection. And after watching Martyrs, I'm really, really intrigued. But it's a lovely addition as well from Eureka. Really interesting film. Quite a hard watch, you know, quite harrowing, as I've said, you know, as I said at the beginning. And like, you know, there's some horrible like physical abuse in there. No sexual abuse in the film, but you get this lovely set from Eureka. It's like that. And you that's the let me try and get it right, that's the spine, and then you got all the special features on the back. But this box is really solid. Like, I'll probably say this is a little bit you know, a little bit more durably solid than perhaps Arrow limited editions. And I don't get many Eurekas. I've got the Cujo hardbound set, and that's another good one. You take all your stuff out, you've got your Black Emery case with the 4K that has alternative artwork. That I swapped it for the box art because I think that's a lovely piece. You get this book as well, which I'll give you guys a flick through. Hopefully you can see that. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the film mainly, but yeah, you get a poster in there as well, which I'll show you guys. That's a 4K UHD disc, and that'll be a... Will that be a Blu-ray? That's a Blu-ray. It is region B, so the 4K will obviously be all region, but the Blu-ray is region B locked. So you've got sort of like a figure there, which is basically Anna with her skin removed. Yeah, a lot of special features on here. I haven't been through the special features yet. I normally do that at a later date because I do like to, with these new releases, I do like to pop a video out when I've sort of watched the film. You get this poster with which is double-sided. That's the original theatrical artwork. On the other side of the Amray case sleeve, it has this artwork, so I don't really need to show that because I've shown you guys that. And then that's the newly commissioned on that side. But yeah, I'm so glad I finally watched this film. I've held off on watching it for years because I could have picked up like a sort of regular Blu-ray release, but I knew it'd get a very special release because it's quite a notorious sort of French extreme film, and I'm so glad I waited for this release. It was really worth it. And watching it was one of them films, it really enthralled me. It was a hard watch, and it was like, you know, like I say, not for the faint of heart. It's not the most violent film I've ever seen or goriest, but it's got a lot of extreme violence in it, a lot of nasty stuff, and just the theme in general is yeah, just some of the like scenes and stuff, they're just quite difficult to watch because the whole tone of the film's quite downbeat. It's a really downbeat film, but very, very like interesting. The concept itself is. This is the book you get, absolutely lovely looking book. It's got Martyrs on the back there. I'll give you guys a quick flick through. Lots of like lovely reds and stuff. But I had to do this kind of review with spoilers because I didn't know what to say. I thought, well, I could just skim over the beats of the plot, but it would be kind of pointless. I wanted you guys to sort of see my reaction, like, and how, you know, what I thought on that. And I thought it was pretty, as a whole, I thought it was in an interesting film, the whole concept of being able to see the other side after death, but a brutal film as well with all the abuse and stuff of the victims who go through this kind of like process to become a martyr, you know, and stuff like that. And this is the book anyway, really nice book from Eureka. This is one book I will definitely spend the time to read because the film was super interesting. I don't even know what else to watch tonight. I might even go for another French extreme film, but after this kind of harrowing journey of watching Martyrs, I don't think I'll be able to. I think I'll have to watch something a little bit lighter, which will probably be a horror film, but something a little bit more fun, if you know what I mean. But really good nonetheless, Martyrs, really good film. So that's basically the gist of it. Loads of essays, lovely quality of paper, as is normally the case with these books. But yeah, that's a poster for the Tall Man. Obviously, there's some sort of reference in there to this. I don't... Oh, yeah, Incident in the Ghostland. I've seen that one, and it did... Yeah, yeah. It's another good film. I'd like to watch that again as well, Incident in the Ghostland. Really good. That's pretty much the book there. The 4K transfer's done by Eureka as well, and another company who worked on it. So I think this is making its debut on 4K. So that's the book anyway. I'll tell you how many pages. It is about 98 pages, excluding the cover and back. But yeah, gorgeous set anyway. I'm really, yeah, and it's such like, with my collecting as well, obviously I do a lot of upgrades. This isn't an upgrade. I've never owned this film. So getting this set is just wonderful. It feels so fresh, you know, not just upgrading movies. It's like getting an actual film I've never ever seen or owned before. That's actually really, you know, really good as well. Was yeah, it's a nice feeling getting these movies that I've never actually owned or seen before. It actually feels, it makes me feel a bit refreshed when it comes to picking up movies as opposed to just upgrading all the time. I'm definitely not going to upgrade my whole collection from Blu-ray to 4K. There's certain titles I'll pick up in sales and upgrade, but I won't be getting everything on release. But Martyrs I did want to pick up. Still waiting on the Nightmare on Elm Street set. I think that might come tomorrow or Wednesday. The guys reassured me, like the seller I bought it from, brand new. I bought it brand new, but through a different seller other than like, for example, Zavvi or HMV or what have you. And I will probably get a like my thoughts and like review on the 7 4K Nightmare on Elm Street films done by the weekend, or release it at the weekend, upload it to YouTube at the weekend, because I do want to sit down and enjoy this set and kind of go through all 7 films. I'm not going to rush and do like an unboxing or anything like that, because I think everybody's seen the set now, so I don't really see the point in that. But I will sit down, watch them, and I'll do a video with my thoughts and stuff and all of that, because I've not seen some of the Nightmare on Elm Street films for absolutely years, and it's going to be great to go through them again. I can't wait to see Dream Warriors in 4K, because that's one of my favourites from the franchise. But yeah, Martyrs, like, this is a really good release. Beautiful kind of like box and everything, really solid, and just, yeah, I love the new artwork. Like I say, quite a tough watch in some regards. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, there's my sort of like thoughts on Martyrs. It was a spoiler review, so I did pre-warn whomever that I did say, like, you know, turn this off if you don't want it to be spoiled. But I kind of had to for this film. I didn't see the point in not spoiling it. I'd have had not much to talk about. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Plenty more videos on the way. Don't know what else I'll be doing this week. I will drop a additions to the collection video probably on Friday or something, maybe. Yeah, with all the latest pickups from the month, including like stuff like Martyrs, which you would have already seen me pick up if you watch all my videos. I know people watch different videos and don't watch all of them and stuff, so I do like to put everything together, do additions to the collection, go through everything I picked up for October. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.